Hey, what's up there, YouTube friends? Grumpy Gamer Dad here, and this is it. This is the second to last episode of this season of Making the Nightmare. In this build, we are going to make Oogie Boogie. Now, Halloween is just in a few days, so that's actually going to be the final episode of this season. However, this is the very last build for this year. Oogie Boogie. I procrastinated this one as long as possible. I thought that this would be the hardest one. Turns out that the Scarecrow Jack was. In this build, we're going to need some chicken wire that you can get at a hardware store. I got some black twine to sew up his seams. And then I also have some burlap that I'm going to sew together to make his body. I also got some glow-in-the-dark paint that I'm going to use. Hopefully that, coupled with a black light, is going to give him a really cool glow-in-the-dark effect. So like every other build, this is going to start off with a PVC frame. One thing I'm going to want to do, because of the weight on his PVC frame, I'm going to want to screw the PVC pieces into place. And then we took the chicken wire and we have connected it in the middle. So we have somewhat of a circle. You can maybe see the chicken wire now on the PVC frame. And then we're going to do a second piece, just like the first. Do the bottom, and then we will start framing it out, shaping it the way we want it to look. Now, when I build these things, I have a general plan of what I want it to look like. But as I'm building, I kind of come up with a different idea each time. And so I'm really building these things on the fly. This is no exception. I had one plan in mind, and that was to make the burlap outside first. And my wife says, no, we should do the framework first. That way we can put the burlap on after. So we went with her idea, and so far it's working. If it doesn't work, though, we know who to blame. So now we have the basic Oogie Boogie framework. We're going to start putting the burlap on him. The head will be done separately. I think maybe the arms might be too. I draped 2 sheets of 4-foot wide burlap, overlapping them to give him his sack body. For Oogie Boogie's arms, I'm going to wrap the burlap around the chicken wire mesh arm I built, and then I'm going to stitch it up with that black twine. My cat Sven's going to help. In this hand here, it's going to be flat at the end because he's going to be holding his lucky dice. Today I'm going to start Oogie Boogie's dice and his hand. I basically traced out a circle here, and I'm going to drill. The dice will fit onto this dowel rod here, and then the dowel rod will fit into the 45-degree angle fitting. For the dice themselves, I'm using this 2-inch thick piece of foam. Now I'm going to texture the foam and paint it. I've got this really dark red kind of blood color that will paint the face of the dice. Well, there you go. There's the finished dice. I figured if I'm going to make an Oogie Boogie, I might as well make dice. So I Googled his dice, and each image is represented in the movie. Taking my big needle, this is a doll repair needle. I'm going to thread my twine. I'm going to tie off the ends a couple times. To form a seam, I'm going to grab 2 ends of the loose burlap. I'm going to run the needle through one side so the knot will be hidden by the other side. Every once in a while, I'll cross it back over because he does have a few cross stitches. When it's all finished, it's going to be sewn all the way down the length of his body, all the way to his feet. Alright, so here's the completed Oogie Boogie with his face on. You see his lucky dice are in his hand there. The framework is PVC and chicken wire. The outside is burlap. I even spray painted the burlap so it glows in the dark. That is what Oogie Boogie will look like at night. Alright, so there was Oogie Boogie. You've made it through the video, and so as a reward, I'm going to open up another one of these Loungefly Nightmare Before Christmas mystery puzzle pins. These are available at Box Lunch. Since this is the 6th video total, this would be the 6th pin I'll open. I have 4 more boxes, and they are actually going to be opened tomorrow in a video featuring some cool Haunted Mansion merch, and they will be at the end of that video. So on 10:30, you will see these tomorrow night, Halloween Eve. Let's take a look at what we got. We have Lock and Shock. That is our second duplicate. Out of 6 boxes, we've got 4 pins, and we have 4 boxes to go. Hopefully we get the set. We'll find out tomorrow night.